Hey guys, Chip here. So today I want to share with you a new rendering technique, which is basically something very similar to SketchUp. As many of you know, I had a product called SketchStyle, but it has been deprecated since Blender 2.91. And in its place, I've added a new product called Simple Sketch, and it's been in beta forever, and I'm still considering it beta, so that way if you want to try it out, you can. I don't have any plans in the immediate future to turn it into a commercial product, but what I thought I'd do is show you how you can use it to create very similar sketches that were available in SketchStyle. Now, I should mention that the reason why SketchStyle was deprecated was because in 2.92, Blender introduced a new rendering style called line art, and line art is far superior to the freestyle technique that was used previously. In particular, it was much more accurate. So let's just go ahead and get started. So I've got a blank scene here, as you can see. Let me just get rid of these. And we're going to add a plane, and I'm going to move this way out really big. This is going to be kind of just a stage, if you will. I'm going to tab into this, and I'm going to hit E, move it up something, something not too high. Probably something like this. X, delete the faces, and I've got this. Now, I've got my face orientation turned on. That's why you see this red. I'm going to select all the polygon faces, and I'll go under Mesh, Normals, Recalculate Inside, and now these are calculated correctly. I'll tab out of this, and with this off, I'm going to basically turn off my face orientation now, and go in, and I'm going to add a modifier, which is a bevel modifier, and I'm going to basically make it pretty high. I want it to almost go up to the top there, something like that. And then I'm going to just jack up the segments quite a bit, like maybe 30, make sure that I'm shading smooth this, and that's going to be our stage. Next, I want to add an object to the stage, and in my case, I've got some objects that I've already created and stored inside of KitOps. I'll grab, let's see, this one, and I'll just, with nothing selected, I'll just hit Add Insert, and it'll put it right in the middle here. Then with that being done, I want to Shift A, and I'm going to add a camera, and Shift A, and I'm going to add a light sunlight. And now I'm going to kind of zoom in on this, and notice that as I get close to it, I'm going to Control Alt Shift 0, and that's the camera right there. So I'm going to move, selecting this, I can go under View and make sure that my view lock is to camera to view like this, and then I can just move this around until I get something that I like. Now, notice that once I go back a little too far, it's cutting me off. So I can say my clip start 0.001. It still doesn't help any. So what I'm going to do is, with this big plane stage selected, I'm going to hit the S button, scale until it comes back into view, and there it is. I have the camera to view set up as a hotkey, and you can do that by just right-clicking and say change shortcut. So you can, and mine is set to Alt tilde. So I'll Alt tilde out of here, and that means that I can't change that view. So that's good. I'm going to Alt tilde back in, just move it over just a little bit. Maybe something like that. Now I want to make sure that in my world, I want to turn it completely off. So now I have no world at all. Then I want to make sure that I'm running in EEVEE. So I'm going to click over here and on here, and you'll see that I'm currently in Cycles. So I want to make this EEVEE. This won't work in Cycles. What we're doing will not work in Cycles. With the sun selected, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to turn it up to something like 5, and then I'm going to hit R twice, and that's going to rotate it so I can kind of see where the shadow is. So I think maybe something like this is pretty good. Notice the shadow's coming in up here, so I'm going to once again click on this, scale it out just a little bit more so it doesn't interfere there. So next we need to add materials. So I'm going to select the object. Let's go back here, and I'm going to go into the materials for this object, and I want to grab this green handle part. So I'll tab into here. I'll just grab one of those faces, and I'll say select. So it selects all of those. Then I'm going to use the separate by selection. It's under the mesh, and that creates another new object. I'll tab back out of that. And with that one selected, just this new one, the new one, I'm going to call that handle. And let's go into KitOps. And what I want to do is I'm going to add a new material to this. So I will use the light gray material, and I'm going to add that material. Actually, before I do that, I need to actually remove all these other materials. You can see that there's a ton of them in here. And, instead of actually clicking and deleting, what I can do is I can basically select this background object, the plane, and add the material to that. And then I select this and then again hold the control key down, and with the plane selected last, we'll just go over here and we'll say copy material to selected, and that will copy that material to selected. Now that is, again, that's the gray solid. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same over here, and I'm going to set this to white solid, and I'm going to add material to that. So that's the background plane again. And with the plane selected, I'll hold the control key down and select this, and then I'll come back and select the plane because I want it to be the last thing selected. And I'll do the same thing, copy material. So now we have, this is the light gray, this is the white solid, and that's the white solid. Now let's take a look at these for just a second. So if I go into the light gray material, you'll see it's got bands. And if I change these, let's change the medium one to something like, blue or whatever, you're going to get the medium value of that is going to be blue. And if I change the white one to like yellow, you'll see that we get yellow and blue. So you get the idea. I'm going to leave these the way they are, but this is how you can change colors. If you want to duplicate it and add a third color, all you got to do is hit this button right here and then rename it, and then you do whatever you want. So, but for now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it like this. So next, what I want to do is I'm going to turn off everything to do with this in one, so we just have this outside one like this. The reason I'm doing that is because the technology, which is called line art, that Simple Sketch is built on, takes a little while to run. So I'll come in here to Simple Sketch and I'll say toggle Simple Sketch, and you'll get this. And this is basically a different kind of rendering technique. If you're just trying to do wireframes, you can use this tool here, but you don't get the best shadows. As you can tell, you got this little strange line coming off and all that. So, but it's a good way to just generate wireframes very quickly. But we want wireframes with shadows. First thing I'm going to do is go into the stroke mode. Instead of screen space, I'm going to use world space. That's going to make the lines a lot thinner because it's going to use world space instead of screen space. So that means that things that go farther back are going to be thinner. Things that come closer are going to be thicker. If you use screen space, it's all the same. So what I want to do now is I want to kind of set up my lighting. And to do that, let's just go all the way over here to our viewport shading, to the final render mode, and you can see what this looks like. And notice again, we have just a little bit of shading up here. So I'm going to select this object and hit S and scale and make it just a little bigger. Good. And keep in mind, I'm going to tell you again, we have to be in the EEVEE render engine for all of this to work. So this is my lighting model. So now I'm going to basically turn off the line art display, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to turn back on the rest of this object, and you can see what it looks like. And so I'm not crazy about that particular lighting here. And notice we're lighting it inside of Simple Sketch. We're not lighting it outside of Simple Sketch. So let's just go ahead and with our sun selected, let's hit R, and let's move it around until we get something that we think that we're going to be pretty happy with, which I think is something like this. There we go. In order for this to work, I have to turn on the line art display and then hit render image. But there's a shortcut for that. I can actually hit shift, and shift will turn on the line art before the rendering. So if I hit the shift key and then hit the render image, I get this. And there is our final image. Now, a lot of times what I'll do at this point is I'll go in here and I'll actually make it maybe 200% or 150% and do the same thing. Once this is turned on, I can just hit render image again and it'll just render. And you can see that that's what it looks like. And you probably want to save this out as a PNG, not a JPEG. You won't get any of those JPEG artifacting if you do it that way. And that's it. So hopefully this has been interesting for you. So it's a really quick way to create some interesting renders of some of the products that you create. You know, like I said, you can grab this for free over on my Discord in the Simple Sketch channel. I'll also include the two materials you saw as well. Thanks for watching. See you online. Bye.